So today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this flayed elastic sleeve. So this is how to go about this beautiful flayed elastic sleeve. After you are done with your body's off shoulder, the sleeve, you are going to have your sleeve off shoulder, basic off shoulder sleeve. So what I have here is my basic off shoulder sleeve, and from here to here is my sleeve head. Okay, so if you don't know how to make an off shoulder sleeve, we have a lot of videos on how to make off shoulders and off shoulder sleeve here on this channel. So this is the bicep of my off shoulder, that is the largest part of the arm. Sorry, the cap. Okay, cap part of the sleeve, and this is the bicep, which is the largest part of this sleeve. So now I'll be taking the measurement of what I have on the sleeve head. Okay, so what I have on the sleeve head here is 5 inches. So I will note it down, 5 inches. I'll also take what I have on from the sleeve head to the bicep, which is the length of the sleeve, which is 8 inches. So I'll be working with 5 and 8. So now I'm going to multiply what I have on the sleeve head by 2 inches or 2.5. Let me do 2.5. So if I multiply what I have here by 2.5, I'll be having about 12.5 inches. Okay, so you can do 2.5 also, or you can do 2. Let us just do 2 inches. Okay, by the time we cut our fabric now, we'll have enough on that part. So let us do 5 times 2, whatever you have. If your sleeve head is 4, please do 4 times 2. That will be 8. Okay, and if your sleeve head is whatever you calculate for, but for mine is 5 inches, I will multiply it by 2. We can also multiply by 2.5. So what I'm going to do now, I'll come in with the fabric I want to use to cut this flare. So this is my fabric I want to use to cut this flare. I'm going to fold my fabric by 2. So once I fold my fabric by 2, as you can see, I'm going to multiply 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 will give me 10. So I will place my tape. You can see how I folded my fabric right there. So I'll just fold my place my tape right on the, just do this. This is what you can see. So if I do this, I have 8. I will shift it a little, I have 10. So this is what I did. So, and that is where what I need. Okay, can you see? So you just make a diagonal line. So now I'll start calculating my radius. So my radius is going to be from this length, okay, this point to this point. I have 7 inches. So I will use that 7 inches to form my radius. I believe you understand what I did here. I will now use the 7 inches to form my radius. So I will take the 7 inches up to this point. Okay, so whatever you have from here to here becomes your radius. So I'm going to connect the radius of the sleeve. I'm connecting the radius of the sleeve. So the 2 inches we multiplied is okay. Please don't do 2.5 because it might be too much. So now this is my radius from here to here. So the sleeve height, it depends on where you want the length of the sleeve to be. So for me, I'll be using my bicep because I really want the sleeve to get to my bicep. So I'll measure, okay, what I have here is 7. Let me use 7. It's still okay. So I'll just measure 7, 7, 7, like that. Can you see that? So I will cut out the sleeve. So you can see how I was able to create this flared off shoulder sleeve. So I'll just go ahead and cut the radius. So this radius, remember to add your seam allowance also. Okay, so if you you want it at 7, then you add your seam allowance of 1.5 inches. That is it will give you 8.5. So can you see that? So now this becomes my flare sleeve. Okay, so on this part I'm going to sew into the bodies. This part will be sewn into the bodies. Of course, you know how we sew it. If this is the bodies now, I'll just go ahead and sew. So another thing I can do is to bring my basic sleeve and do this. Can you see what I'm doing? From this point you can mark out like this, so you have the same shape. You understand? So we have that shape, you know, the shape that is always on the sleeve. So you can do this. That is if you want, but if you don't want, you can go ahead and sew it that way. So this is the part of the sleeve that we are going to add our ruffles, okay, sorry, our elastic. So I'll just go ahead. My elastic is going to be 5 inches. Okay, I'll just cut exactly 5 inches. Then I'll I'm going to pipe the, you know how to go about your piping. Just sew, sew down. So by the time you sew down and you come, it gives you something like this. So what I'm going to do now, I will just cut my elastic right now, okay, and show you what I actually mean. So this part I cut towards this part. I'm going to redo it, okay. So what you will do is just go in a little, or keep it a little, let me say diagonally. Okay, you know how the sleeve, just keep the sleeve diagonally, just a little. Don't eat much into this part. Then you do this, okay, because you're supposed to sew this part and sew this to the armhole. So this is the right thing to do. So after you have cut it, you just go this way. Okay, so this is the part that will be, if this is my bodies now, this is the part I'm going to sew. This is the part that will be free. Then this is the part that will have the elastic. So by the time I sew, this part will be free for me, as you can see. Okay, so there won't be any need sewing it. Of course, you know what I mean. So once you just go fold your fabric and stitch on it, then you use your safety pin. So you'll be using your safety pin to pass this, okay. So I don't actually know where my safety pin is, but I believe you understand what I mean. So you sew here and you pass and you gather, okay. So it comes into the sleeve this way and falls for you. So that is how to go about it. So thank you very much for coming to this tutorial, and I believe this illustration was helpful to you. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Thank you for coming again, and see you in the next